going to tie a silver grey. This is a silver double hook. This happens to be a sailor, but you can tie it on treble or whatever you want. So first of all, I'm going to take a bit of fine silver oval, wrap that backwards, and then wind about 3 turns or so backwards, come through the legs of the hook, and that'll pull your tinsel up tight, make a nice neat tip. So for the tag, I'm going to use this is a Glow Bright number 9 floss. Basically some sort of yellow floss, put on several layers of that. And trim that off. So for tail, we're going to use golden pheasant topping. Take out the topping. We don't want this overly long, not much beyond the back of the hook. And then to create a little butt on this, what I'm going to use is a very small bit of like a merino type dubbing in black, just to get you a few turns there. So we go back now to our silver oval and tie that in underneath, and then take our tying thread to the front of the body. You notice I left this portion blank here. That's because I want to keep it as small as possible to make a neat head. So now we want to wrap a silver tinsel for the body. Now you can use holographic tinsel here, or you can use normal flat tinsel. I'm going to go here for a uni medium. What you find with uni is that one side is gold and one side is silver. So I'm going to tie this in at the front, go backwards and come forwards on it, and that way it shouldn't leave gaps. And what I need to do here is tie in with the gold side facing towards me, so that when you put the first wrap on, it folds over on itself and it is wrapping silver. Take that back to the butt, and then reverse and come back up the body. Tie that in, flip it back for security, and tie it off. So for the body hackle, I'm going to use this. It's a natural grizzle. So I'm just going to nick that off. It depends how bushy you want your fly, but if you want it nice and slim and sparse, you can actually strip off one side of your hackle. So catch that in with our hackle pliers, put on a turn to start, and go down the body in basically as many turns as you want for density. You could get down it in 3 turns, or you could get down it in 5. And then take our oval tinsel and rib that palmer tackle. Now we'll trim that off nice and tight in there, and that there. And just squeezing the hackle down to get it a little bit more flow into it. And I will put on a throat, which for this fly is a badger hackle dyed in a lemony yellow sort of colour. So take our badger hackle, double it over, nip out the tip, and then with this one what I'll do is, as I put on a turn, I'm just going to fold it down with my finger or thumb as it puts a wrap on, and that'll help to get me a nice angle, hopefully, to our throat hackle. So, for the wing, we're going to use Arctic Fox guard hair, and here I have a mixture which I've made up of orange, Highlander green and yellow, and there's probably about twice as much orange and yellow as there is Highlander green. It's just there for a little bit of an accent, so I've made a bunch of it. So what I want to do is just grab the tips and pull out a little bunch, and you can see, even though the Highlander green is only half as much as the other two, because it's such a strongish colour, it kind of still shows through there. So I'm going to set that up on top, get a loop around it and pull that down tight, and that creates our little underwing. Then I'm going to take a strand of Mirage crinkle flash and put it out to the length of our underwing, a turn across it, fold it back on itself, and then we'll have 2 strands in the wing, and tie that down, trim it off, trim off the butt ends of the underwing. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue onto my tying thread and just get those cut ends bound down. So the top part of the wing we're going to use Arctic Fox, and this one is a nice fiery brown, nice bright sort of fiery brown. Nip out a little bunch of that. I'm just taking out the shortest bits here. Then I'll check it for its curve. If you look at it, if I put it on like that, my wing will sort of stick up, but it actually has a sort of a curve down in it. So I'm going to utilise that on my wing. I'll pull those guard hairs a little bit through itself. Now this is personal preference. Some people will tie a nice little short fly and other people like it a little bit longer, more temple dog style, so I think we'll go for the longer style with this one. I'm just going to trim that off. Add a tiny little bit of super glue just into the tip of that. Set it on for length, and before that dries I'm going to bind that down. That way it shouldn't pull out. So we take a little mascara brush now and brush out our wing. Get an idea of the overall shape that the fly is going to be. And now we'll take a peacock eye. I'm going to take a couple of strands out of that. It depends on the size of the fly how many strands you go for. But what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to put 2 in, and I'm going to have one from each side of the eye. Take them match them up for length. Now what you need to do with these is just put your nail into them and put a little bit, impart a little bit of a curve. And that'll allow you to lay that on the top of your wing. Trim that. Now to finish the fly we want a couple of very short jungle cock eyes. So I've got 2 small feathers here. I'm going to hold them for length and I'm just going to strip off all of the portion that I'm not interested in. And then we'll set these 2 up on top. Measure them out for length, check they're equal. Tie that down. Now, what you can do here is fold those back and that'll stop them from pulling out. And then we just need to trim off those little stalks. And that is the fly tied bar head. So just going to put a little run of super glue onto my thread. Use that to create our head shape. And that is our silver grey. Just need to varnish the head, so that's done in super glue for the first one, and then when that dries up it'll get a coat of clear or black varnish, as in depends which one it needs, but silver grey.